Hello, my name is Mark Baker, and this is my final presentation for English 102. The title of my presentation is Daily Health Habits Involving Exercise, Nutrition, and Sleep Can Affect an Individual's Future Well-Being. So the focus question of my conversation was, what is a healthy lifestyle? Many people think today that is exercising 2 to 3 hours a day in a gym, eating only very, very low-fat foods, or even just having a six-pack. But I believe that it's such different, and studies show that it's very different. Merriam-Webster dictionary defines health as free from disease or pain, enjoying health and vigor of body, mind, or spirit. It says nothing about these major big life changes. What it should be is daily health choices that promote healthier living. We can reach towards healthy living by forming daily health habits involving exercise, nutrition, and sleep in order to build towards this future well-being. Now, I'm currently an EMT, and I love my job, and I love working with people. But one of the things that saddens me is seeing my society struggle so much with health. There are instances, obviously, that people could not control their health, but many of the health problems today are caused by wrong, small choices that people have made continually throughout their life. They chose to not take care of their health and prioritize health, and this is now they're experiencing major health problems today, including heart problems, diabetes, and even obesity. So some of these issues could have been prevented if they chose to prioritize health a little bit more and make it more of a big part of their lives. So first, I would like to talk on forming daily health habits and exercise and the importance of that, because it can set you up for long-term health success. Now, everybody knows that exercise is good, but most people say, I don't have time for exercise, I don't want to join a gym, but it's true that it does not take as long as one might think. This activity is important for each stage of life, and it helps with disease prevention, illness prevention, and just development of your health. So studies and show that children and adolescents should, in order to be healthy, only require an hour of activity every day, and adults only a half an hour. That's suggested. 20 to 30 minutes usually is what studies show that adults usually need. So it is not 2 to 3 hours in the gym. It is not waking up 3 hours before you need to wake up just so you can run 7 miles or whatever. It's showing that you can do it simply every day. And even if you don't do it every day, 3 to 5 times a week is usually sufficient. So what people also think is that with physical activity, you either have to run or you have to lift. But that's not true. There's many options. There's running, biking, swimming, and weight training pretty much wherever you go. And there's also, you can play sports, get involved in your community, playing basketball, tennis, softball, soccer, even ping pong. And there's even extreme activities that include unique water sports, ice skating, rollerblading, skateboarding, rock climbing, yoga, Zumba, karate. There's pretty much, what I'm trying to say is there's a physical activity for everyone out there. And what you need to do is just find something you enjoy. It doesn't have to be running or weight training. It just needs to get up your heart rate and needs to make you active. And something that you enjoy, because if you enjoyed it, it most likely will become way easier to make it a habit. So exercise, it affects how we feel. Like when you exercise, it's scientifically proven, it gives off endorphins and different glands it promotes so that you feel healthier after you exercise. And that feeling can carry you a long way. So physical health, we all know that the little choices to prioritize physical activity every day and get involved in order to make it a habit can cause long-term success and help your body be healthier for longer. So that way, when you do get older and health problems start to attack you, you can handle them much easier because you have lived an active life and you've chose the healthy way of living. So next, you can be consistent exercising every day. But unless you pair that exercise with a healthy diet, you will not build toward healthy living. People think that a diet means cutting out all sweets, fried foods, other food individuals that people obviously love. But total elimination is not required to live a healthy life. Um, you need nutrition. Your body needs a plethora of nutrients in order to active and just work in the way it's supposed to live. So we need to not cut out, but to prioritize healthier things and maybe cut back a little bit on it and make sure we're not living an elimination diet, but a balanced diet. We need to do this because our society is struggling with this right now. It's true that studies say the obesity rates do not need to be seem to be slowing down. Obesity prevalence increased by 61% from 1991 to 2000. It has reached 35.5% among adult men and 35.8% among adult women since 2010. And that is stats showing that obesity has risen and that we are becoming unhealthy because we're not prioritizing our nutrition enough. Now, this does not just, obesity can cause diabetes, heart problems, so many health problems, but it can also hurt socially. Our social relationships are important, and it's hard enough for people to live a life. But when you add obesity, sadly, society relates obesity with laziness, and it's sad that some people do that, but it happens, and it makes social encounters much harder, and it just really decreases most people's self-esteem. Now, physical activity, nutrition, and sleep can all affect emotional and mental health, but nutrition has a special way of affecting it. Good nutrition is a vital component of mental health. Because of lack of it could cause depression, headaches, poor moods, and a decreased sense of well-being. There's science behind the nutrients that we take in, which helps our brain develop, um, and work, and just helps our blood vessels work, and just many components of our body work efficiently because of the things we take in. And if we are taking in the wrong nutrients, then we're not efficient in those things, and this is when our body starts being healthy. So frequently Americans do not know where to start and what even a balanced diet even look like. But luckily, it's not. We don't break it down into total elimination of this. You only eat this. It's much simpler than that. It actually breaks it down in what an everyday plate should look like. There are 5 basic food groups involved, including protein, fruits, vegetables, dairies, and grains. So in a daily meal, for example, fruits and vegetables are to make up 33% of the plate. Bread, rice, potatoes, pasta, and other starchy foods, 33% of the plate. Milk and other dairy products are about 15%. Meat, fish, egg, beans, and any other dairy protein sources are about 12%. And finally, foods and drinks high in fat and sugars are usually 7%. So if you look at your plate and think of those percentages and kind of make your plate according to those percentages, then you can eat a balanced diet. And once you start eating a balanced diet, you're going to feel and see the benefits of it and see currently how it can affect your current health, but then also knowing that it's going to help your future well-being so much more. So specifically, nutrition is not only the daily health habit that Americans struggle to prioritize, though. Sleep is a huge thing that people just often do not make an important part of their life. There was an in-depth study measuring many values comparing daily sleep and risk of being overweight. Now, they did not find linear relationships comparing sleep time and overweight statuses, but they did find important cross-sectional correlations between measures of weight compared with both sleeping very little and having later bedtimes. So this means that they're not showing that if you slept this much amount, then you're going to be most likely overweight by this much percent. They didn't find percent relationships, but they showed that there is a relationship, that the people usually that went to bed later or did not get enough sleep at night usually were more at risk of being overweight than others who did. And it also showed that getting more sleep decreased your risk of being overweight. So sleep does have a relationship with our weight status and our healthiness. So sleep is a vital component of every day also because it gives our bodies the chance to recover. Studies have shown that insufficient amount of daily sleep can affect daytime cognitive and behavioral functioning, academic performance, depression, obesity, and even engaging in defiant behavior. Sleep can affect all these, and that is why it was so important. Um, it will affect parts of your body that you would not even know that it affect, but because sleep is the time for your body to recover and reboot and get ready for the next day. If it doesn't have that important time, then you will attack the next day without being ready. So, and it will most likely not just affect you, but it also affects the relationships around you as a result of your sleep deficiency. Now, while sleep negatively affects your mental health, if you're not getting enough of it, it also vitally importance the positive aspect. It also is vitally important because it has a positive impact on the mental health, physical health, and quality of life and safety. How you feel and the energy you have largely depends on what happens when you're sleeping. Your brain, studies show that your brain prepares for the next day by forming new pathways to help you learn and remember information and skills. It's also involved in like the physical parts of your body in healing, repairing your heart and blood vessels. It maintains a healthy balance of hormones that make you feel hungry or full. Like all this is happening while you're sleeping. Your body's amazing and it wants to promote healthy living. Your body truly does. But unless you're giving it that time to promote healthy living, then often it lacks it. And this is when we start becoming unhealthy. And we cannot just sleep for 12 hours on the weekends and then sleep 4 hours a week. We need to have daily amounts of 8 hours a night. The recommended is 7 to 8 hours a night is a healthy sleep. So we need to make that a priority in daily sleep. And often reason people do not sleep is because they feel like they cannot get by on less and get more done with extra time. But there's many studies that show that you are so much more efficient when you do get accurate amount of sleep that it is worth taking that extra time to make sure that you get enough sleep and maybe just stopping what you're working on because the next day you're going to be able to go at it better and be more efficient in your work. Studies have also shown that sleep is important because sleepy driver factors are in an estimated 100,000 car accidents each year, which result in 1,500 deaths. So you not getting enough sleep is not only just affecting you, but it can affect families around you because it might cause you to be tired at the wheel. And we've all experienced that. That's just one part of our life that why sleep is so important because it can affect that in our area, but it affects us in that area, but it affects us in many areas of our life. So finally, a healthy lifestyle is a balanced lifestyle. Many are confused on where and when to start, but the best time to change your habits is now. Everyone has known that being healthy is important, but that is not new information. It is that people struggle to know the simple steps to improve their health. It is clear that making your daily health a priority and forming healthy habits can make huge improvements to your health. We can reach towards healthy living by forming daily health habits involving exercise, nutrition, and sleep in order to build towards future well-being. Making small changes altogether, we can make a difference and improve the future health of our society. Thank you.